right now and say, I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's Adrian Broner. That's it. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came in and signed the contract.
Wow.
So I'm talking to both of them on the phones like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike is the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yo. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, y'all. Been a minute. Been a very minute. For about a week and a half, I didn't even have a voice. Yeah, the bug had me down. And, you know, everyday life, sometimes things happen like that. But what up? We got a lot to get into. Got a few rants, things like that, some hot takes. But, you know, we're going to get into it. Boxing to DC coming to you soon. But we got to start in the WNBA. And all the fuss and all the noise that's going on with that first. We got to start there first. You know, I got to get into the Caitin Clark, the A'ja Wilsons. We're going to get to the boxing thing, though. Don't trust me. You definitely got to, if nothing else, we're going to preview the Usyk Fury rematch, and then we got to get into a little bit of NFL talks. But I got to start with all the noise and all the bells and whistles that's going on with the whole WNBA. As we came out last week, that couldn't get to it, man. Like I said, I was down. I couldn't even talk for a week. But, and like I said, if you know, for those that's new, if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to the Let's Talk Sports Show podcast, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Everything is AK the Apostle and Let's Talk Sports. But let's get into it. So, Caitin Clark got named Time Magazine Athlete of the Year. And, of course, that said bells and whistles for some people and all that. But, again, she had a great college year, and, you know, basically she had 2 seasons in one. You know, she had a pro season and a college season in the same year. So if they want to make her the athlete of the year, or you know, and like I said, she was rookie of the year, broke a whole bunch of records as a rookie, had a tremendous, you know, rookie season in the WNBA. So if they want to name her athlete of the year, fine, let her have it. She made some statements that really set everybody ablaze, you know, about privilege and things of that nature, and that also set people ablaze and led to a firestorm from the Wizards owner, who I'm gonna get to her because her and Cheryl Swoops as much. Look, sports talk has got crazy to the point that we no longer get to even talk about the sports. But in this particular situation, what she was really doing, what Caitlin was really doing was this. I kind of got mixed feelings about why she said it. All right, cool, she said it, but at the same time, you can't satisfy everybody. And what she was doing is she was detaching herself, because for those that don't know, if you on Twitter, especially, that's where it all goes down. Twitter and YouTube, it's a war going on with sports fans. So her particular following, it's a lot of people on it that really all day long they spend nothing but fire, vitriol, hatred, racism. They do that. She's detaching herself from that. She's letting you know, I'm not with that. That's her way of putting her foot down. I'm putting the flag on the ground. I'm not with that. So she wasn't bowing down or folding to those that she felt. She's letting the people know that spitting that venom that I'm not with that. I just want to play ball. I love these people. That's what she's saying. It's not no gray area there. But then people like the Wizards owners, she come back and she throw fire at Caitlin and open the door right back open to those people that like, see, even when she said that, they still, Cheryl Swoop, y'all got to buy it. Y'all got to, look, she didn't have to say anything. She could have just accepted her award. She could have did her interview. She didn't have to mention any of that. But what she's saying is, all the narrative that y'all been pointing out all year, all that fire and stuff y'all been doing, I'm not with it. And she should be able to have that. It's no more to it than that. She's not with it. She's detaching herself from, I'm gonna say your names. The stuff that you were saying on Stephen A, the stuff that you were saying, Cameron, the stuff that you were saying, Joe Budden, Rachel Domena, Marcellus Wiley, she's detaching herself from y'all. No, the narratives y'all pushing, I'm not with it. That's all she's saying. Now, Audrey Wilson, she got a brand new Nike deal. Audrey Wilson got named Sports Illustrated Athlete of the Year. That set everybody ablaze. I'm gonna get to the jersey situation too. That set everybody ablaze. But the crazy thing about it is, how can you argue with it? He had the greatest statistical season in the history of the WNBA. How can you argue with that? What are you mad about? That you can't take about it. No matter how much they get mad, I get it. She said some things that they don't agree with, and you're mad at her. But at the same time, none of that going to take away. It's going to take the banners out the ceiling. None of that is going to take away them points she put up. She had set the most points in the season, the highest average in the season, the most rebounds in the season, the most blocks in the season. Those all in the books. If that don't get you player of the year, what do? You know what I mean? And she's already a champion. So, and then finally, before I move on to the other, bevy of things that we got to get into, like the Travis Hunter situation, that also set the internet ablaze. But before I get to that, okay, so it was announced that A'ja Wilson was getting her jersey retired by South Carolina. Now, Caitlin Clark is also getting her jersey retired at Iowa on the same exact night. See what I'm saying? Which I don't see why that's a big deal and why everybody's, arguing and bickering over that. It's not that big a deal. They're not going to be in the same building. You know what I mean? The game ain't going to be on at the same time. I mean, one game could be on at 7 o'clock. One game could be on at 9 o'clock. They don't have to do it at the same time. It's no big deal. It's not that big a deal. And at the same time, stop pitting them two against each other. They're not rivals. Her rival, even though she's not a rival, her rival is Angel Reese. Her rival is not A'ja Wilson. They're not rivals. You know what I mean? She's in the new up-and-comers and all that. Now, what's crazy about Caitlin's retirement, Georgia, is the night that they played Juju. Now, I mean, you're adding a lot. It's a lot going on that night. So they playing Juju Watkins and them, and A'ja's getting hers retired on the same night, and they're playing Juju in them. Now, here's the thing about that. Y'all sure y'all wanted to do it on the night y'all playing Juju? Now, if you Juju Watkins, right, even though it may just be a game that they felt that's going to be viewed, it may just be a game that, but if I'm a Juju, I'm looking at it like, oh, okay, y'all trying, come for me. Because why you pick my night? You pick my night to do her retirement jersey. If I'm Juju, I'm going for 40. I'm Juju, I'm dropping 40. I'm dropping 40 on y'all if I'm Juju. That's just me. Now that ain't the hate or nothing. That's just the spirit of competition. That's just the spirit of competition. Could you imagine, like in today's game? You know what I mean? They doing the jersey ceremony on the night you playing LeBron, or the night or any. That was a bad example, but you know what I mean. If I'm her, I feel away. But that's just friendly competition, friendly banner, nothing like that. But if I'm Juju, I'm going for 40 that night. You know what I mean? But both of them are great. Both of them had great college careers. You can allow them to have their jersey ceremonies. Hers will be at South Carolina, hers will be at Iowa. They can air it. They'll both be shown on Sports Center, I'm sure. I'm sure it's going to be a million YouTube videos of breaking down this jersey situation. But over here, we really want to focus on the positive side of sports. Over here, we want to talk about what's really going on. And really, hopefully, we can get back to just talking about the game without all the politics. You know what I mean? Now let's get to the Heisman situation. Yes, the young man Gentry had a wonderful season and worthy of Heisman Award honors. However, it's very rare, and I don't think many people can see it, that we got a guy that comes along that's equally as good as a wide receiver as he is a corner. Travis Hunter is a special player. You know what I mean? That he actually can play both positions. and it's rare that you see that. I mean, regardless of how this is a situation where there's no argument. Yes, all these every player that you can mention that was in the Heisman running only played one position. And that's not the knock on them, because just to being able to play one good position at a college level is an achievement. To be able to play one position at those levels is at the highest level, no doubt. You are extremely great, but very rare do you see somebody that comes along that can play both sides of the ball, offense and defense. He can play wide receiver and DB. Equally as good. You know what I mean? Equally as good. So yes, Travis Hunter is the true Heisman Award winner. You know what I mean? And you have to take your hat off to Coach Prime, Coach Deion Sanders for being able, because it's obvious he's had him down there working with some of the best. I mean, he's playing against some of the best receivers. He's playing against some of the best DBs. That's what somebody like Deion Sanders can bring you. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely. And he will be hard to find somebody that's going to go number one over top of Travis Hunter. And I'm dying to see if he's able to continue that in the pros. You know, will he be able to play corner and DB that level in the pros? Is something to watch. If he does that, we may be looking at one of the greatest players ever played the game. You know what I mean? And that's a lot. You know what I mean? And as they come to the draft, you know what I mean? Like him, Cam Ward, Gentry, Shador. It's going to be interesting to see how that thing play out, because like I said, man, he's definitely the true Heisman winner. Like I said, you've never seen nobody play both sides of the ball equally as good. Yes, Deion did get on the field and play wide receiver, but he wasn't running no real routes, not like Travis Hunter. You know what I mean? He wasn't running no real routes. Travis run out there running routes, catching the ball, contested close, on defense, shutting down people. He's the high. Now, briefly, I don't know what to think about the whole Fiance thing, but they're young. They're young. And they got a lot of learning. They got a lot of growing. They're in college. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people came after the young lady because that's what social media does. Social media, people take clips, and the clickbait era messes up everything. People take clips of something, put their own little narrative on it, throw it out there, and if they got a platform that get a lot of views and likes, firestorm. And then some of the bigger platforms who don't take time out to do their research, they'll take whatever topic that they got and they'll put it on fire. I don't know what to believe, but all I know is the clickbait era. Y'all need to just let people live sometimes. If they came out, which they made statements, he made his statement, Herman made his statements, until something else happens, let that be it. But nah, people, oh, she lying, she's fake, she this, that, and the third. If she was with him before all of this, she with him now. You just gotta let it play out. You gotta let it play out and see what happens. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens. Let the kids live. And I mean, it even got to the point that Shannon Sharp and Michael Irvin was going back and forth. I'm like, whoa. You know what I mean? So yeah, he deserved it. Real quick, just pick back. I'm not even gonna get back into that. Now we got the NFL. And as we come down the stretch of the year, you know, we had some, you know, a lot of things occurred next week. I'm just gonna go through my picks of the week. You know what I mean? Let's look at this schedule. What we got going on. The Chargers beat Denver last night. Kansas City and Houston. I think a lot going to pretend a lot. This whole season, not just this game, this whole season is going to come down to whether or not that ankle or high ankle sprain or whatever it is that Patrick Mahomes had is going to hold up. because he's definitely compromised with with his mobility and ability to move. Now he did finish. He did have a similar injury a couple years ago, and he was still able to find a way to win games. He even won the Super Bowl. Can he do that again? And how long would he be able to? Should they be able to? Can they sit him down for a game or two on the way down the end of the season? It's a lot to play into that. I don't know. I might go with Houston just because of the injury, and they may have to sit Mahomes. Pittsburgh coming to Baltimore. In Baltimore, this is a must win. This is a must win for Baltimore and Pittsburgh. They both need this game. Pittsburgh coming off the loss to Philadelphia. They desperately need this game because Pittsburgh need to close out the division. And Baltimore, you can't get swept by Pittsburgh again. You know what I mean? Then we got Michael Penix. I'm going with Pittsburgh. No, I'm going with Baltimore on this one. I want to pick Pittsburgh because they need to win. But I'm going to go with Baltimore. The Giants and Atlanta. But this is, they bench Kirk Cousins. At this stage of the year, it's kind of wild, but they bench Kirk Cousins. And I'm still going with Atlanta. Michael Penix will have a beautiful rookie debut. And the Giants pretty much tanking. Pretty much just want to just get to the end of the season. So then we got Detroit and Chicago. Detroit should beat them. Chicago's pretty much a dumpster fire at this point. They have not. Chicago hasn't recovered from that the Jaden Daniels bomb at the end of the game. They that bomb pretty much buried them. They haven't returned to life since. Then we got Cincinnati and Cleveland. I'm going with Cincy. Tennessee and Indianapolis. All of these games are ugly. Some ugly games. All the Rams at the Jets, the Rams, but still. Then we get one. Here we go. Philadelphia at Washington. Not gonna lie to you, Commander fans. This could get bad. I mean, it could get really bad. This Commander Philly game, this for Commander fans, this could get bad for you. Not gonna lie. I mean, I said all along I thought Philly was gonna sweep this series, but what I saw last week, granted, you got the win, but come on, bro. You went life or death. No disrespect. I'm not coming for y'all, been giving you flowers all year, but you went life or death with New Orleans preseason squad. For real. It was only two starters on the field. The tight ends, Moreau and Kamara. Everybody else backups. They starting DB play for you now. So basically, it was the New Orleans preseason squad, and literally they went for two with no time left, and you was able to get out of there. That's not the kind of performance or the type of situation you should have been in with where you trying to go. No disrespect. So I got Philly beating them by double figures easily. You know what I mean? They'll fight early part in the first half, and I think in the second half, Philly will go ahead and just like the first game, go ahead and run them out the building. Win the division, and move on with their life. You know what I mean? Arizona and Carolina, Arizona should win that game. Now, here's the interesting game. Minnesota and Seattle. Seattle needs this game badder than bad. And Minnesota coming in. I'm going to go with Minnesota because they hot right now. And Seattle just reeling right now. New England and Buffalo blow the doors off them. Jacksonville and the Raiders. Maybe the Raiders. Miami and Buffalo. They need to flex some of the game. This might be the worst lineup of NFL games all year. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. You know what I mean? 49ers in Miami. I'm going to go with Miami. Dallas and Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay is going to run Cowboys out the building. Baker Mayfield and them going to run us out the building, man. Another home blowout loss in Dallas. Yeah, because Tampa Bay been dropping They've been dropping points, man. Baker Mayfield quiet as kept. Baker Mayfield is having an amazing year. You know what I mean? That and now that Mike Evans is back, he about to get another 1,000 yards for the 11th straight year in a row. So yeah, that's a blowout loss for the Cowboys. New Orleans against Green Bay, that's a blowout. Green Bay blows them out. That's it for the whole gauntlet. What's the name? MVP right now. Then I think everybody's going to lean towards Josh Allen. It should be Saquon Barkley. You know, keeping my eyes out, hoping Saquon. I want Saquon at least get 2,000. I don't know if I want him to break Eric Dickerson record because I was a big Eric Dickerson fan, but I do want him to at least get the 2 stacks. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me see where Derrick Henry at. Can Derrick Henry? Oh no, Derrick Henry way back. Yeah, Saquon should get 2,000. Saquon can break the record. Wow. Because we got 4 games left. If he get 100 yards a game, all he got to do is get 100 yards a game, and he get he can literally get 75 yards a game, 80 yards a game. If he get 80 yards a game, he gets 2,000. He had 2,000. So yeah, he's definitely got the 2,000 in the bag. He can break. Saquon Barkley can break that Eric Dickerson record, and if he does that, he should definitely be the MVP. You know what I mean? They're going to give it to Josh Allen, but he should be the MVP without a question. Without a question, if he breaks that Eric Dickerson record, he should be that. You know what I mean? But they probably won't. You know what I mean? It would be now. He got to get offensive player of the year. Something. Don't let that man go for 2,000 yards because Doug Henry didn't even get nothing when he did for 2,000. But don't let this happen. Don't let this man go for 2,000 yards this year and then it just be something. He had a good year. Crazy work. All right, now we get let me cue up the boxing. We're going to boxing. Let me get this thing over to boxing DC real quick. And then we're going to chop it up because the big rematch is this weekend between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, which I think Usyk going to get him out of there. And to me, I think, truthfully, he got him out of there the first time. You know, he got him out of there the first time. The referee came through with some wonderful assistance in that 9th round. But I definitely think that Usyk got to stop it the first time. You know what I'm saying? I think Usyk got to stop it the first time. You know, because like I said, the man bounced off the ropes 3 times. 3 times before they finally stepped in to do even a count. You know what I mean? So I definitely think that he's gonna get think tight. I think I said a long time ago when Deontay Wilder first fought Fury the first time, and they went to the draw. You know, I told everybody I didn't want them to fight again after that because I thought they would ruin each other, and they did because Fury went on to get Wilder out of there 2 times, and Wilder's never been the same, and the damage he took from Wilder in them 3 fights because Wilder put him down 4 times. You know what I mean? So the damage he took from Wilder, he's never been the same because now every time he fights anybody with any kind of punching power, he either gets rocked or dropped. So Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder ruined each other. So, but I'm not taking nothing away from Usyk. What Usyk was able to do, because when we was laying out the landscape of the heavyweight division, Alexander Usyk wasn't in it in the beginning. Nobody was talking about Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk wasn't in the conversation, but he was able to finagle his way through and navigate his way all the way to the AJ fight, beat AJ twice. Now he came right back behind that and putting the mittens on Tyson Fury. Now he does have however, if Daniel Dubois beats Joseph Parker, and especially the way Daniel Dubois has been doing lately, knocking out Herkovich, knocking out Big Baby Miller, knocking out AJ. The tear that he's on, what he's been able to do, if he keeps that up, then without a question, he should get a rematch with Usyk before Usyk leaves. Usyk should get that man a rematch on everything. You know what I mean? So going back through it, we're just gonna recap everything. Keep this short and sweet. We will do a strictly boxing show all day tomorrow. I mean, well, later on. I mean, during the course of the day tomorrow. Got an event to do out there tomorrow in the streets with a few boxing legends, and I'll keep y'all posted on the footage on that. But let's recap. For all the people that's upset about Caitin Clark being athlete of the year, let it go. Let it go. She played two major sports seasons in 1 year. She was great at both. Let her have it. You know what I mean? And the vitriol that come with all of that stuff right there. Hopefully, those fans that said they were leaving when she when she said what she said in the interview, I hope they leave. Don't come back. You know what I mean? Shout out, and then Agent Wilson. She earned her Nike deal. You know, and now we back to boxing. I got Usyk this weekend. I believe Usyk. I think Usyk will beat him easier than he did the first time, and I think Usyk may get him out of there like the 8th or 9th round, which will cap off his career. He really don't have to fight again after that. But I would like to see him, if Dubois beats Joseph Parker, who's on a tear. If Dubois beats Joseph Parker, I want to see him running back with Usyk. Now we got all the other violence going on and what could happen and all that. You know, we do know in the early part of next year, you got Devontae Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. And, hopefully on that card, DMV, hopefully we can get, the title shot between Gary Antoine Russell and El Rayo. Hopefully that happens. If not, you definitely will see him back in the ring and getting ready to do the thing. But I hope that fight happens. That would be major. And then, of course, you got the David David Benavidez fight coming up. And that fight, you know what? That fight could be pretty interesting. Jaime Munguia got knocked out last weekend. Jaime Munguia slumped. Well, I didn't think much of Jaime, no way. What we got? Looking at the boxing landscape, first thing of the year. Inouye fights January 24th. February 1st, David Benavidez, David Morrell, Isaac Cruz. Also, the next night you got in Flint, Michigan, Clarissa Shields taking on Danielle Perkins. Oh, yeah. Clarissa. I hope that whatever's going on between the noise that was going on with the whole Papoose, Remy Ma thing, I hope that dies down. I think they all way too dynamic of people to let this type of thing, overshadow what they're doing in their lives and their careers. And it's sad that, all of these lives and situations got affected, but I hope they work that all out. You know what I mean? That's, I got nothing but love for both of them. But, Chris is my homie, nothing but love for her. And I just hope that, let her enjoy what she got going on. She got the movie coming out. You know what I mean? She got a lot of things going on. And this fight she got going on, let me be clear. This fight she got coming up with Danielle Perkins. Danielle Perkins is not to be played with. So I hope all of the things she got going on with the movies and the back and forth with this person and that person, I hope you stay sharp, because Danielle Perkins is going to be a heck of a fight. It's going to be a tough fight. Like, she's definitely, I could give her all the credit in the world for staying heavyweight and then fighting somebody as dangerous as a Danielle Perkins. This is not an easy fight by a long shot. You know what I mean? It's not an easy fight by a long shot. You know what I mean? Then also in February, Keyshawn Davis got a major title fight coming up. You know, then Jack Catterall versus Arnold Barbosa. Then you got Arthur Beterbiev, B-Vol 2, with the co-main event being Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois. You know what I mean? Majamal versus Victor Ortiz. Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield. So this whole card, this February 22nd card is the gauntlet card coming out the gate. You know what I mean? Man, Joshua, this whole card crazy. So yeah, that February 22nd card is the one right now. You know, that February card is the one. Like, wow. Too much going on that card. You know what I mean? It's too much going on that card. And that's all we got up till March, man. So like I said, man, you know, we're gonna make some y'all be blessed. Y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Yeah. I also want to say shout out to my wonderful wife, Malia. We just celebrated 13 years of marital bliss. You know what I mean? And celebrate those type of things, you know, in your life. So y'all be blessed out there. It's been wonderful chopping up with you. I got more coming to you soon.